I tried kind of adding like a Euro step there. Like, can I hit him with a Euro? You know what I'm talking about? Can I hit him with a Euro and then come with an uppercut? Probably not. I probably can't do that. Let's be honest with each other. I probably can't do that. Well, what the hell was that? That was a lot of work. Jesus. Do you know how many tweets I had ready to send out thinking Lakers were about to win in regulation? You had to delete all those. Those had to go. Am I a little bit confused on what the hell just happened? Of course I am. Why wouldn't I be? Lakers get the win. I tried Euro stepping. Lakers over Clippers. Save that. I tried Euro stepping and getting an uppercut in. I doubt that it worked, but I definitely tried that. I appreciate you guys being a part of the show. Damn. Well, that was an interesting freaking game. First half was shit, to be honest with you. First half was awful. And then third quarter, Lakers turn it around. Fourth quarter, they go up by 9 points. And the next thing I know, we're freaking going into overtime. The hell just happened tonight, Laker fans? What the hell just happened tonight? I appreciate you guys being a part of the show, doing a little post-game show action tonight. Lakers over the Clippers, like I mentioned, 130 to 125. We got a lot that we want to get into. Honestly, overall, my biggest takeaway is finally a good win for the Lakers. Finally, at least a game where we don't have to say it was perfect basketball, and that's okay. You don't have to play perfect basketball. But finally a game that we could all kind of sit here, kick back, appreciate, enjoy, and say, okay, that's a solid win from the Lakers. It wasn't perfect. They definitely still have a long way to go, but some contributions finally from Austin Reeves, which I'll get into a little bit later. Bron and Anthony Davis did their thing. I thought Darvin Ham made some really, really good adjustments in game where he went with a bigger lineup. Guys like Cam Reddish, Christian Wood, even Max Christie got some opportunities that I think were important to finding a way to get this win. And it was a team effort, right? Like, this is the whole purpose of this Lakers team right now. The whole purpose of the Lakers right now is you're supposed to have a number of guys that can contribute on a night-in, night-out basis, and you're supposed to have this incredible depth. And listen, by the time these teams play each other again, Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent, Jared Vanderbilt will be back for the Lakers, hopefully, right? And by the time the Clippers play again, they're going to have James Harden. So, and don't forget, too, Terrence Mann, which is a very important piece for them. But all you can do is play with the squad that you have. I mentioned how, dreadful that first quarter was where the Lakers were down 13. And I'll spend a little time kind of getting into the details of the game. But just my overall thoughts, it's a solid win tonight. And for the Lakers, who are now 3-2 on the season, they've had some games. I've said it a number of different times. I did my YouTube video yesterday. I had Lakers talk yesterday as well, and we've all been talking about first week of the season was kind of uneventful. It wasn't that great of basketball. I don't think the Lakers were doing anything special. I thought it was underwhelming. Tonight was actually a really exciting game. It was a really exciting game. Being there at Crypto, the environment was great, and it was also bad because the Lakers were losing, and then obviously that run starts in the second half. We got a solid game in the fourth quarter. They just hung around enough, and then in the fourth quarter, obviously, we got ourselves a game, and I didn't think it was going to go into overtime, but to be honest with you, whether they won in regulation or they needed those last 5 minutes to seal the deal, they sealed the deal. I'm not trying to justify the giving up the 9-point lead in the fourth quarter, but at the end of the day, that win streak that the Clippers had of 11 games in a row is now officially done, which is good to see. If you see me, keep looking to my left. I got my iPad on the game here, so I'm just trying to see if there's some quotes there, some stats that I'm going to catch as we go. Okay, real quick, I want to get into the box score real quick. I know you guys got a ton of comments. I know you guys are obviously eagerly waiting to go a little bit back and forth, which I will do. Couple quick reminders here. If you have not subscribed to the channel, we greatly appreciate that. Super chats are always open. Feel free. Don't feel obligated. But if you do send a super chat, I'll make sure to read it. And Also, thank you to my partner, Underdog Fantasy, who's a part of each of the post-game shows this year. A little bit later in the show, I'm going to make my picks for tomorrow's NBA games. I'm on a little bit of a heater, not going to lie. I've won a few games in a row here playing Underdog, so I'll share with you guys the details on that. Okay, so box score-wise, if there's an area that still you want to see the Lakers improve on, there's a couple areas. Three-point shooting shot 34%. Free throw shooting, missed 9 free throws, still got you 75%. The one thing I will give the Lakers credit for, they get to the free throw line. I want to see them a little bit closer to that maybe 78 range, something along those lines. That would be obviously great. Rebounds 51-46. Lakers handled business there. Assists, 28 assists for the Lakers. That's a beautiful game to have 28 assists. I always see that type of stat with teams like the Golden State Warriors, something along those lines. So that's a phenomenal stat right there. And then turnovers 14-13. Like I said, biggest lead for the Clippers was 19. It was in the first half. You kind of thought, all right, Lakers are going to get blown out of the water here. At least I did for a second there with how bad they were playing, how great Kawhi was, and some of these other guys for the Clippers were. Biggest lead for the Lakers was 9. I already talked about that. Individual performances. Braun was 13 of 19 from the field and played 42 minutes in the game. He had 36 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 block shots. The man's about to turn 39 years old. It's the best stats I think anybody's ever put in their 21st season. I thought I heard Chris McGee saying that on Spectrum Sportsnet. Just incredible, ridiculous. AD, 27, 10, 3 assists, 2 steals, 4 block shots. If you guys go look at Anthony Davis's numbers this year, I feel like every single game he's got 3 or 4 blocks every single game and a couple of steals. So this is a dude that's just not just doing it on one side of the floor. I mean, what he does on the defensive end, I don't think he ever gets enough credit for. And I think a lot of times we just look at what he does offensively, but the man has been an absolute beast on the defensive side. So tip your cap to Anthony Davis in that regard. He's been phenomenal. Okay, a couple of the guys that I want to point out here. D'Lo, 2 straight games. He had a 28-8. Tonight he had a 27-6. D'Angelo Russell, I think, deserves some praise in that regard. How about Christian Wood? 10 points, 11 rebounds for him. Cam Reddish, 8 points, 3 steals for Cam Reddish was actually a big part of, I thought, this win tonight. Not just you can't just look at his stats, but I thought he was doing some really, really good things when he was on the floor for the Lakers. And then the last person, still not shooting efficiently, but Austin Reeves definitely had some moments where it was, hey, I'm going to do my thing. And if I freaking go down with the ship, I'm going to go down with the ship. You guys remember I did a video yesterday about Austin Reeves. Reeves, by the way, ended up with 15 points. Had too many turnovers, had 5. That's way too many. Still is not shooting efficiently. But I told you guys yesterday that one of the things that Austin Reeves has always done with the Lakers is no matter what, if he's on the floor, he finds ways to contribute. 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals. You're going to find a way to stay in games if you have that type of production. The 15 points, put that to the side. Okay, you know what? 13 shots and 15 points is not good efficiency. But he'll be the first one to tell you. I listened to him with Mike Trudell and right after the game, and LeBron and AD kind of interrupted the interview. You could tell they just wanted to give that guy some love. They know how important he is to this team. It's the 8 rebounds and the 7 assists and the 3 steals is the only thing I'm paying attention to Austin Reeves tonight. He did some things. Crashing the glass, dishing the ball, and being a playmaker and playing some defense. That's Austin Reeves. Doesn't have to just be offensively. Okay. Let's do this. Let's start reading some of these comments, and then we'll continue to go from there. Where the hell do I start? That is the question, my friends. That is the question. Okay. Finally, after 2 years, yes. About damn time, yes. 3 late. Oh, let's see. Finally, let's fucking go. I like that. Let's fucking go. That's going to be my new one that I'm using. Mike knows what's going on here. Mike knows what's happening here. Let's see what else we got here. 79-2. I feel you there. We're close. All we need now is about 70. I can't even do the math right now. Well, 79-2 is 81 games. So even your math is already off. Okay. All right. Get your math straight, brother. All right. Let's see what else. I want to read some actual comments here. I got a lot of people here that are just excited that the Lakers got the win. Kratos, break down this game in boxing terms. Sure. Um, Lakers in the first 4 rounds were dominated. And then fifth and sixth round, it was pretty average. Then came out in the seventh, eighth, and ninth round and dominated. And then in the 11th round, you thought they gave the uppercut there to completely end the game or to end the match, but they didn't. And then it had to go to a split decision and Lakers won. How's that? Does that work for everybody? Okay, let me see a couple more here. By the way, thank you for the super chat. I greatly appreciate it. Good chemistry here. Cam and Wood on defense. Let's spend a couple minutes on these guys. And I got a number of topics that I want to get into as well. So I'll do that. I'm going to tie the Cam and Wood on the defensive side. Listen, let me tell you guys about these two players here real quick. Cam Reddish and Christian Wood. There's no guarantee what their future is after this year. They find themselves on a team that's got some real players. They find themselves on a team. I don't know what each one of these guys' situations have been in their career, but I could tell you this, I could tell you that Christian Wood's never been in the playoffs before. So I feel like, personally, these guys, I'm sure Darvin Ham tells them, don't worry about your offense. You guys just be everything you possibly can on defense, crash the boards, and I'm going to find ways to get you guys playing time. Look at the amount of minutes that those two guys got tonight. Christian Wood got 29 minutes. Cam Reddish got in the starting lineup tonight and played 36 minutes, which is actually kind of interesting. Taurean Prince did not come in the game. I don't really understand that one. I'm not sure, but I'm sure Coach was trying something different. Only played 8 guys, even though he went into an overtime game. And Max Christie ended up with 22 minutes. Jackson Hayes only played 14. I think that's how you earn playing time with the Lakers and Darvin Ham. I think what Christian Wood and Cam Reddish are doing. And Cam Reddish had 3 steals tonight. He had 4 assists and 4 rebounds. I love the 4 assists. Christian Wood, I've mentioned this to you guys a couple times. This guy's flirted with a double-double almost every single game, and it's not like he's out there just taking trash shots. 29 minutes, only took 6 shots. It's not like you have to run a play for him. Plus 14 in the plus minus. Okay, this is the 5th game in a row that he's been a part of where his plus minus is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Let me see actually if I could pull this up here, because somebody showed me that last time on for Austin Reeves, and it was not good. So I was looking it up earlier today when I was doing the pregame show. When I was doing the pregame show, I wanted to look at Christian Wood's numbers. I'm like, all right, well, what are Christian Wood's numbers? Because he had mentioned it to me as well. And I apologize if I'm forgetting who on the chat was doing that. But let me show you guys something here real quick, because I think it's impressive and I think you guys will like it. Here's Christian Wood. Look at Christian Wood. They got all the games on here. They don't have the last one because it just ended, but I'll tell it to you. Look at this stat here. Plus 12 against Orlando. Plus 12 against the Kings. Plus 23 against the Suns. Plus 2 against Denver. And then tonight for Christian Wood, he was plus 14. Every single game he's played so far for the Lakers, it's almost double digits in the plus-minus category. That's impressive. And for those, a lot of those Laker fans that maybe are not familiar with Christian Wood and his game, he's been known as a walking bucket, but now he's trying to make a different name for himself where he doesn't have to take a high volume amount of shots. He can be smart. He actually sealed the game tonight. It was, I think, Cam Reddish that missed the 3, and then Christian Wood got the dunk, and that was your ball game. So those two guys have been really, really nice for the Lakers. And Ricky D, the fact that you're putting that up in your chat tells me that, you're watching the game and you're seeing some things that I think are important. So I'm glad that you pointed that out. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Cam Reddish was doing a pretty good job on Kawhi as well. I mean, listen, I get it. Kawhi is Kawhi Leonard. What did Kawhi end up with? His first half, Kawhi had a stretch there. Just guy couldn't be stopped. Kawhi had 38. Damn. PG at 35. Sometimes you can't stop those guys. Look at Russ. Russ still putting up stats. 24, 8, and 11, and 4 steals. Russ putting up some stats as well. All right, let's read a couple more comments here, and I want to get into some of those lineups here. Our role players. Actually, I like this one. Our role players were superb tonight. They all get credit, and LeBron was spectacular. Okay, this is actually going to take me right into my next topic here. Thank you, by the way, for being the show. I know there's many outlets to go listen to Lakers basketball and get some of the content and everything else. Really, really appreciate that you guys pick this channel, and this channel means a lot to me. So I've had this channel for a long time. I've really got some great plans for this channel in the future, but for now, I appreciate you guys being here. So role players superb tonight. Okay, let's. Speaking of role players, I think the third quarter is a great quarter to point out, and I think that's what, at least for me, I thought was, obviously the difference of this game. 39-24 Lakers in the third quarter, and it was role players. It wasn't just your regular guys. There was an intensity in that third quarter on the defensive side that helped the Lakers on offense. I thought Max Christie, who and by the way, LeBron was not in for a large stretch of that comeback, but LeBron was also able to come in and kind of close the deal. I thought Max Christie, I don't know if you guys remember this, but in the game against the Orlando Magic, Lakers played, I think, 9 guys, right? They had Rui was out, Gabe Vincent. So they had some guys that were out. Obviously, Jared Vanderbilt. So, or did Gabe play that game? Why am I drawing a blank here? Anyways, long story short, Max Christie wasn't getting playing time. And it sounded like Cam Reddish was getting the opportunity over Max Christie. Mike Trudell in pregame asked, and I think a lot of Laker fans were also asking, like, hey, why aren't we using Max Christie? And I was making the case. I'm like, listen, I get it. I'm not against using Max Christie. I was very high on him coming into the season, coming into preseason. But I was more upset that the Lakers were in a game against the Orlando Magic and Max Christie was going to come in and be the savior. The man is going to need minutes to feel comfortable and kind of know what to do in certain predicaments. He's solid on defense. I mean, solid on defense. For being that young, he's super athletic. He's got great physique. He's got great size. He put on, looks like 10 to 15 pounds in the offseason, something along those lines. I want him in situations like this because I just want him to get the experience that he needs. Now, he relies too much on the three. He was 1 of 5 from 3 and only took 7 shots. So offensively, you want him to be smarter, more effective. He's so athletic. You want him slashing to the basket more, moving more off of the ball. But I thought overall today, whether it was Cam Reddish or was Christian Wood or was D'Lo or it was Max Christie, I thought all these guys had something to provide today from a role player perspective. That third quarter, that's the ball game for the Lakers. They obviously don't get back in this game unless that happens. Okay, Austin freaking Reeves is next. But let me just take a couple more of these. Wood showing sacrifice. Max brought good energy. Yes to all those. No complaints to any of those. Throw those bad boys sleep. Xavier knows what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Just hit what I want to like this. By that point, I'm probably knocked out. Let's all be. Lost my voice tonight. Good for you. It's how it should be. What the hell's going on here? How the hell are we watching these games if we're not watching them with some passion? Okay. All right. Francis, thank you very much for the super. Francis is the one I think that got at me about Anthony Davis. Yeah, I think it was AD. Francis and I went toe to toe. We're best friends now, Francis and I. Final sequence of regulation was so last season. Yeah, the LeBron kind of dribbling. I do hate it. I actually heard Stu Lance say this during the broadcast. They went down to AD during OT. And AD did what he did on Zubats, kind of got it. One bounce dribble, fake to his right. fake to his left, and then went right and hit the bucket. And the first thing Stu Land said, yeah, why didn't they do that with 17 seconds left in the game? He's not wrong. You just didn't feel like there was any play drawn up. That's frustrating. I'm with you guys on that. That's something that I can't stand. I really drop a play. Call timeout, drop a play. I'm okay if you don't call timeout in regulation for that last possession, but that's because you know what the play is. I'm not crazy about, those sequences when it happens. Joser, if I'm pronouncing that right. Sliwa, great show. Notice you are never late anymore. What's going on? I'm ready to go. That's all it is, My role has changed a little bit as well with what I'm doing over at ESPN. So really, this is honestly just an opportunity now for me as soon as I can to be able to go live and go to work. So thank you very much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. That's good. That's good. Let's have it go 11-1, baby. That's a good one right there. I didn't see that coming. That's good work out of you right there. They are 11-1 in their last 12 games. And who could tell you anything otherwise? Nobody can, damn it. Okay, let's see what we got here. A lot of people mad at the referees. I got that. I understand that. So this doesn't happen very often. Purple and gold, thank you for the super. I appreciate it. Great coaching. I did not know that. I did not know that there is not that many Coach Darvin Ham compliments. So let's take that one. By the way, I do think he ran with that big lineup tonight, and it was working. I know it's not common to see Jackson Hayes in there with Anthony Davis and Christian Wood. I know that's not common, but if something's working, then don't mess it up. Keep it going. I think that's obviously incredibly, incredibly important. That I think it's very, very important that you, if you got something that's working, don't screw it up. Don't get in the way of it. Okay. Rainier, I don't know if it was because everything was in caps, but this did draw me, so you win. James on the roll. That man still got it. AR-15 just kicking ass. Go Lakers, go Lakers. Great game. Awesome for our Lakers. Oh, so happy to see Bronny. Yep, Bronny was actually, Mookie was there too. Mookie Betts from the Dodgers was at the game too. This is a good one. I like this. Allen Lakers have shown us that they will not give up something to bake on. Can I tell you guys this? I'll give you guys also a frustration that I have with this team. My frustration would be the digging the holes, right? That's 4 out of 5 games now for the Lakers. I'll break it down for you. What were they down? 14 to Denver at the end of the first quarter. 12 to Phoenix at the end of the first quarter. Who'd they play after Phoenix? Were they down against who the hell was after Phoenix? God, I got to look at the schedule. I forgot. I'm drawing a blank. We're already at too many games. If I'm past 5. At Sacramento, down 13. So down 14 at the end of the first quarter against Denver. Down 12 against the Phoenix Suns at the end of the first quarter. Down 13 against Sacramento. Against Orlando, I think they had a 5-point lead. And then tonight at the end of the first quarter against Clippers, down 13. I mean, that's not a winning recipe. Can't keep doing that. That part is very, very frustrating, and that's not something that you could that is definitely not something that you could it's not sustainable. That's definitely not sustainable. Okay, let's see here. Let's see what else we got here. A lot of freaking comments. Okay, let's do this here real quick because there's some other things that I want to get into, and then we'll take it from there. I am going to share my screen here real quick, and I'm going to make my picks real quick. So I just want to give you guys a heads up. What I'm basically going to do in every one of these post games I'm going to make my underdog fantasy picks. So, listen, if this applies to you guys, awesome. If it doesn't, no worries at all. Obviously, daily fantasy sports is huge right now in all of sports. It's very very big. They're a partner here, and if you're somebody that plays DFS, I really really strongly encourage you guys to download Underdog Fantasy on your app, or you could just do it actually online. I got it here on my desktop, but if you play DFS, if you sign up and use the code HoopsLA, they'll give you up to a $500 deposit, a deposit match for your first deposit. So if you go on Underdog Fantasy, let's say you're on another one of these sites, or let's say you've never done it before, I'm going to show you how it works, how easy it is, and actually how fun it makes the games. If you put $50 in, they'll match the 50, so you got 100. If you put $200 in, they'll match the 200, so you have 400. You could do that up to $500, get that $500 deposit match. I'm going to show you how easy it is to do. I do the pick'ems. Pick'ems is what is, in my opinion, the funnest thing to do, and it's the stuff that I'm promoting specifically. The pregame is games coming up for tomorrow. NBA is obviously NBA games. I could just pick. I'm going to collapse it. There's 2 games going on tomorrow. Let's do San Antonio and Phoenix. Okay, one of the most popular players in the NBA is Victor Wembanyama. All I have to do is make 2 picks. They're asking here, Wembanyama, 17.5 points, higher or lower than 17.5 points. What's Wembanyama going to do? You know what? I'm going to go lower on this one. I'm going to say Wembanyama is going to go lower than 17.5 points. Okay, let me find somebody from the opposing team. I don't want to just do all these players. I could do KD. Let's do Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant. Let's do this. Higher or lower than 27.5 points for Kevin Durant tomorrow? I'm going to go higher, I think. And I'm going to go higher because KD is KD. I bet $10. So I got lower for Wembanyama. For Kevin Durant, I got higher. If I get these 2 correct, it pays $30. I hit submit. I call it a day. I got my 2 games. So it's as simple as that. Again, just use the code HoopsLA. That's the code. If you're in the DFS, these daily fantasy sites would really encourage you guys to use Underdog Fantasy, and then the channel gets credit. So I greatly, greatly appreciate that. Okay, I'm done there. We go back to Lakers basketball, and let me just hit something on Austin Reeves here real quick, and I'm going to get back to your guys' comments. Okay, I got a lot of people that also want to talk about LeBron, so I'm going to spend a little bit of time on that. 3 big lineup, absolutely. C. Wood belongs in the closing lineup, absolutely. No issues there. D'Lo is him. Robbie Cobbs, thank you for your contributions to the channel and the chat. Idiot. Okay. All right. I know that. That's why I say it. Okay. So there's a couple things here that I want to mention here real quick on Austin Reeves. So Austin Reeves is this. Austin Reeves is Lakers need this dude to deliver. They need him to deliver. That's the absolute truth. They're going to need this guy to deliver. And I thought tonight maybe it's just one step closer to Austin Reeves delivering. That's it. Nothing more to that. Because Austin Reeves is eventually going to be Austin Reeves. I think. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's going to. But at some point, it's on him to just, okay, I feel good. I'm fine. I'm getting more confident. He's still not efficient, but I think I mentioned a little bit earlier, one of the things that he does, which I think is so important, is you got to find other ways to contribute, and that's all that I look for when I go to Austin Reeves. Okay. Let me read a couple of these comments. So many of these comments are coming in. I hate missing some of these, but I'll do my best to get to as many of these as possible. 3 big man was something. It was something tonight. I don't know. You know, other teams are obviously always going to get a chance to adjust and come back with whatever they think. So let's see how it is moving forward. All right. Let's see what else we got here. I got you, Max. I got you, brother. I got you. David, appreciate this. Thank you, brother. Thank you to the super there, this guy AG. Thank you very much for doing that. Officiating tonight is horrible. Yeah, I got a few people that said that. I thought the hanging on the rim thing, Jackson Hayes. I thought that was a little unnecessary, and I saw a lot of people going back to that. I saw a lot of people going back to that when the game went to overtime and it came down to 1 point. But Lakers they were up 9 at one point late in that fourth quarter. So I don't know how much that came into it, but I did think the refs were. Let's just say it wasn't their best night. All right, let's just say it wasn't their best night. Straight up not having a good time in the first half. I wanted to punch up. The first half was awful. I actually there's a time that I just in my head I was like, I thought they were going to get blown out. To be honest with you, when they went down 19, I really actually thought they were going to get there. I thought the game was over. Let me spend a little time on this because we do it a lot of the times. Bron at 35, 11, and 7, 2 block shots, 13 of 19 from the field. By the way, Bron hit a free throw, shot 50%. That's the only thing that Bron had 40 if he hits all his free throws. Damn, this dude is still dropping 35, 11, and 7. Laker fans, I don't think you guys understand. Okay, here it is. Highest scoring games in NBA history. I missed it. Okay, thanks, Spectrum. Thanks. Trying to do a live game here. His 35. I think second was Dirk on that list for somebody in his 21st season. I don't get this. It just doesn't make any sense. 13 of 19, 50% from the three-point line. Plays 42 minutes. By the way, I'm going to go back to this, and I know I'm going to end up talking about this tomorrow morning when I'm doing the morning show. But the minutes thing, yeah, that was a fugazi. You guys ever see that movie with Johnny Depp and Al Pacino? Johnny Depp, Al Pacino is showing Johnny Depp these diamonds, and he's like, hey, hey, these are real. These diamonds. And Johnny Depp looks at him and just kind of shrugs him off. He's like, yeah, it's a fugazi. He's like, a fugazi? What's a fugazi? That means it's fake. That's LeBron. That's Darvin Ham when he said we want to play LeBron 28 to 30. It's a fugazi. Okay? It's a fugazi. Who the hell are we kidding here? Since they said they want to play him 28 to 30 minutes, I think the guy's playing 58 minutes a game. I think it's like a stock going up like this. Come on. Who are we kidding here when it comes to his minutes? By the way, the movie Donnie Brasco, one of my favorite movies of all time. Donnie Brasco, fantastic movie. But this whole minutes thing is in 100% fugazi. Okay? The man ain't going anywhere. The guy is out there. He's still out there, and that part is always incredible to me because, at least for me, I 1000%. I've been saying it on radio too. I'm like, guys, listen, he's slowing down this year. I mean, like, enough is enough. You can't be this age and still doing what you're doing. Like, you just can't. And he freaking still is. Listen, and I know LeBron. There's a lot of. I could tell you this firsthand because I'm communicate with a lot of Laker fans, right? Or I'm just talking to other people and we're having literally conversations all day long on radio about Lakers basketball. I get it. Some people love LeBron James. Some people hate LeBron James. Politics has got into the middle of it. For some other people, for a long time, it was, maybe because LeBron was coming into territory that was Los Angeles Laker territory, and he wasn't going to be remembered as a Laker. He's going to be remembered as a Cav or a Heat or whatever the case is. However, whatever your view is on LeBron, the man is about to turn 39 years old, still putting up 35 11s and 7s. What? I don't know how to describe it. I guess my point is just appreciate it, man. That's all. Just appreciate it. Because nobody's ever done it at this age. Nobody has ever done it at this age. Nobody. Look at all you guys. Donnie Brasco. Donnie Brasco. It's a Fugazi. It's a Fugazi. We all know it's a Fugazi. Donnie Brasco. Everybody coming in with some Donnie Brasco. How good is that movie, by the way? All right. Find a couple good that's awesome. That's a great comment. I love people that try to come at me. Those are my favorite. Sorry ass. Okay. Laker fans, unless you guys got something else. Oh, you know, freaking let's get a little roll call going. A little roll call. Where are you guys tuning in from? Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. By the way, next game for the Lakers is not until Saturday against the Orlando Magic. Lakers already played Orlando. Is that kind of weird? By the way, roll call. If you guys don't know what roll call is, maybe you haven't been to the channel. If you haven't been to the channel, I appreciate you guys being here. Roll call is as simple as just tell me where you're tuning from. Laker fans are everywhere. They're in Los Angeles. They're in California. They're in many other states in the country, and they're all across the world. So what's so beautiful about Laker fans in this channel is we got people representing everywhere. So I'm happy to give a shout out to wherever you guys are tuning in from. And I'll do that here in just a second. But next game for the Lakers, they got the Orlando Magic. Orlando, by the way, Orlando is what they do. They came in. I think Orlando came in. They lost 2 in a row. They lost to the Lakers, and then yesterday they lost to the Clippers. This was actually a second of a back-to-back for the Lakers. Okay, here's Murrieta in the house, Goleta, California, Santa Fe, New Mexico. What a beautiful area Santa Fe, New Mexico is. El Monte, Kampala, if I said that right. Stockton, California in the house. Elisa Viejo. San Paulo, Brazil. Thank you for being a part of the show. Anaheim, Lake Forest, California. Atlanta. By the way, we only do this when we win, so might as well just take advantage of it. Maryland is here and is announcing that they are here. Thank you, Maryland, for being a part of the show. Oceanside, California. Oceanside, you're always in my route. I'm going back and forth from LA to San Diego. Great area of Oceanside. New York City in the house. Rancho in the house. Little Italy, Tennessee in the house. You know, when I think Tennessee, think about Italy. Bell Gardens in the house. Guadalupe in the house. Got a little. Are we freezing up here? I think we're freezing up here. We're freezing up here. Are we freezing up here? All right. Try to fix this if we can. Oh, no freezing up, guys. No freezing up. Oh. Oh, it died, guys. I don't know what happened. Whole thing froze. I think we're back. Maybe, maybe not. We're having some issues here. What's going on here? I don't know what the hell is going on here, guys. All the years I've been doing this, it's never froze. Okay, my apologies here. I don't know what the hell's going on here. This thing just froze on me here. Unbelievable. How the hell do you guys still stick around? All right, I appreciate it. Okay, we're gonna start wrapping it up here because I'm having some issues anyways. Okay. Last thing here, and then we're going to get the hell out of here. Next game's coming up on Saturday at Orlando. I'll do some more videos here before we get to that stage. And sorry for the delay here. I don't know what happened, but I appreciate everybody being a part of it. If I didn't get to some of your comments, if I didn't get to some of your where you guys are tuning in from, my apologies. But like somebody said here, Slee's internet is a fugazi, so my apologies on that. Next time we'll make it happen again. We'll do it for the next game, and then I'll do it for in some stuff in between. So I appreciate it, Laker fans. Thank you very much for tuning in. We still got almost 40 minutes tonight, so I think we did good tonight. Lakers over the Clippers. Final score 130 to 125 in OT. Hope you guys have a good rest of your Wednesday night, and we'll get back with you guys soon. Thank you, Laker fans. Appreciate it. I'm out. I'm out of here.